Hello, dear friends. I welcome everyone who is watching Sotnik-TV. Today is June 24th, 2020. It is 8 p.m. in Moscow. It's Wednesday and our live news show is on. My guest today is Boris Tomachin, a publicist and former political prisoner, who is now residing in Ukraine. Hello, Boris. You're on the air. Good evening. A victory parade took place in Russia on June 24th. A lot of world leaders have been invited by the Kremlin. However, the vast majority of them declined the invitation. Leaders such as Donald Trump, Angela Merkel and Emmanuel Macron declined. It left Russia with a short list of world leaders who accepted the invitation and stood by President Putin today. Those countries are Belarus, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Moldova, Serbia, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Does this list illustrate the current place of Russia on the world scene, as well as the degree of respect towards the country? I think this list is quite revealing and makes a lot of sense. The only country that is missing is North Korea. Its chief should have visited Moscow. I don't quite understand why Moldova is playing those games though. It seems to be a European country, isn't it? They might be afraid that if they didn't attend the parade, Putin might take offense and invade them. Russia has already invaded a part of their territory 30 years ago. That dense shard of the former USSR is now called Transnistria. As far as I know, you haven't watched the parade today. So let me show you footage from several Russian cities that were holding it. By the way, some of the cities had to cancel the scheduled parades due to the coronavirus epidemic that is only getting worse all over the country. Still, several cities did conduct celebrations despite the danger to the participants. So let's watch the video.
Под государственный флаг Российской Федерации и знамя Победы!
The main victory symbol is now on the Red Square. The battle flag of 150th Idritskaya Infantry Division. This scarlet banner was hoisted over the Reichstag, which heralded to the entire world that the Soviet warriors made it to Berlin and crushed the hated enemy. The victory flag is sacred for every Russian. This relic was granted to us by our grandfathers back in 1945. Sorry for making you watch this. What was your first impression? I feel disgusted. I can't call it anything other than victory madness. That pompous marching. Germany has been defeated, but now it's a prosperous democratic state. And those who won that war are still showing off their pride of their heroic deeds. In fact, they have now turned themselves into a modern Reich. They're now threatening the world just like Adolf Hitler did back in the day. That's what they're doing, and they're proud of it. During the victory parade in Moscow that was held back in 1995, the Red Square was decorated with a huge banner of a Soviet soldier hugging an American one. It's hard to imagine such a thing in modern Russia. Today's Russia declares that it fought against the entire world, including the USA. What is the reason for Russian authorities promoting that much militarism among the citizens? They need to load citizens' brains with that glorious victory of the empire. This way, citizens won't ask questions about the current crappiness level of their lives. Citizens will remain submissive. The people whose brains are filled with these are puppets in the hands of the government. It's much easier for the authorities to control such people by pulling strings. All they need to do is to remind them of the nation's glory, as brainwashed citizens are exposed to any and all manipulations. Their heads are loaded with this ideology, and they march along a set trajectory. They have no idea that the life can be different. I've seen many such people in prison. They're brainwashed and see only two options. It's either we win or Hitler wins. They were taught this in their Soviet school and they see no alternative options. They think that the history is this simple. They can't see beyond the end of their nose. They have learned something back in school and are using it to judge their further lives. It's either we win or they do. It's either Stalin or Hitler. That said, those leaders are considered to be the opposite, as people can understand no real history. Of course, they have no idea that Stalin was once on Hitler's side. In fact, they have started World War II as allies and divided Europe together. Here's another question. One may play the winner, making faces to others for as long as he wishes. But these are the facts. On June 22nd, from the territory of defeated Germany, another freight train took off to the territory of victorious Russia, carrying nuclear waste. Is it a tribute from those defeated to the winners? One may proclaim any slogan and use any words. With words, they can declare Russia their partner and friend. In fact, Russia has a seat in the UN Defense Council for a reason. But in reality, the only role of modern Russia is a dump yard. That's how the world sees this country. Well, the world is right. I'm sure that the Western politicians can clearly see what is standing behind Russia's military attitude. During today's parade, a squad of soldiers from China marched along the Red Square. I call them a test batch. Personally, I see that as a rehearsal for something big. But what are your thoughts? Could our comrades from China be secretly planning on holding their own parade in Moscow? Or will Siberia be enough for them? It's hard to tell. It's difficult to figure out what exactly our comrades from China have on their minds. To be honest, I don't agree with you here. From what I've read, China is looking to expand towards India. Unlike Siberia, India has a warm climate and is more suitable for living. Still, without warfare, China has been populating regions of Russia with its citizens, step by step. I don't think they will ever hold a parade in Moscow, though. It would be too much for people to handle. According to some opinions, Vladimir Putin is making plans for a simultaneous attack in 3 directions. His aim may be to reinvade the former Soviet territories. Those directions are Ukraine, Belarus and Baltic states. This plan sure sounds like nonsense and is suicidal. Still, do you consider the Kremlin to be able to implement such a reckless strategy, as Vladimir Putin seems to have lost his mind quite a while ago? He says he can move his troops into Ukraine again. He may start making a push through southern Ukraine towards Odessa. Unfortunately, he may attack. Ukraine needs to brace itself for defense and to keep its powder dry. I've heard analysts as well as political and military experts saying that may be true. In fact, Putin's strategy is insolence. He may ignore any international laws and capture a territory suddenly. Then Putin may give the world the choice of either accepting that he captured territory or getting into a war, during which Putin will try to capture the rest of the country and attack other territories. Unfortunately, this possible scenario may turn out into a reality. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and make sure to watch Sotnik-TV.